Tiffany Haynes here. I am here to spend some quality time with you. I am going to teach you 10 tips to starting your career as a real estate virtual assistant. If you've never met me, I am a coach and mentor. I teach people how to start, scale, and sustain a real estate virtual assistant company. I have owned my own company for almost a decade. Tip number two on 10 tips to start your career as a real estate virtual assistant is to consider getting E&O insurance. All right. In my mentorship, I strongly recommend it. It is almost like a requirement. Okay. But I do strongly recommend people have E&O insurance. And what that is it stands for errors and omissions. And it just means that you're dealing with contracts, you're dealing with a lot of legality, right? You're dealing with a lot of money that could be lost if there is a mistake made. And if you make an error, that is basically a mistake on you just doing your job and handling the process. You make a mistake that costs your agent, which could subsequently cost one of the buyers or the sellers money, or it could subsequently have them lose the deal or the house falls through. You just never know, right? Sometimes what you think is a small mistake can have a large impact if you don't have the proper training, or if you just it's just human nature that sometimes we make a mistake, right? And so you want to have something in place. So having an LLC is going to protect your personal assets from being impacted by any lawsuits or anything like that. But E&O insurance goes an additional extra layer of protection, even within your LLC, even within your company, where if they were to say, hey, this is your fault, you can now file a claim with your E&O insurance, and your E&O insurance will do an investigation. And if you are deemed to be at fault, they will pay out a claim, right? So you don't have to worry about that typically hitting your gross revenue or what you need to use for payroll if you're hiring contractors and have other TCs and stuff you need to pay. It's a great way to protect yourself as you go into this venture to make sure you're protected. And so there's some very popular ones that are out. Let me share here. Let me share this one. So this is one that's pretty popular, Hiscox. Okay. But I've just added two more so you can just kind of take a peek at what their quotes might be. Byberg, I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then Nationwide has some really popular E&O insurance programs. But what you want to do is you want to go ahead and investigate and get your quote together. And before you take your first client, you want to make sure that you have that E&O insurance. So you don't need to get it while you're still in training, while you're still trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, or what services you're going to be offering, or maybe you're still in contract training. Don't get it that soon, right? It's almost like buying a car. You're going to get the insurance when you need it. You're going to get the insurance when you're actually about to get the keys to the car. So when you're actually about to work with the client, that's when you want to lock in your E&O insurance. It does not take a lot to set up, does not take a lot to establish. We probably pay less for ours because we had it for almost a decade and we've never filed a claim, right? But for somebody new starting out, I'm noticing that the mentees are getting quoted about 20 to 30 bucks a month, right? So it's a very small fee for peace of mind that if you make a mistake, you're going to be safe. You're going to be safe, right? All right. So that is, what is that? Tip number two. That's tip number two.